Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another new moon, but oh, methinks how slow that old moon wanes.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like unto a silver bow, new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Hippolyta, I would thee with my sword, and on thy love doing thee injuries. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Ah, thanks, good Aegis. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation am I with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander, and my gracious Duke. This man bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung, with feigning voice, verses of feigning love. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And, my gracious Duke, be it so, she will not hear before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law.
What say you, fair Hermia? Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
I would, my father looked, but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with his judgment look.
I know not by what power I am made bold, but I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, Hermia, take time to pause. Question your desires. Whether or not, if you yield your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the seething date twixt my love and me, upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for austerity, and a single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander, true he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him. And she is mine, and all of my right I do estate to Demetrius.
My lord, I am as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. And what's more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch to his head, made love to Neater's daughter Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
Well, I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof, but my mind being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But come, Demetrius and Aegeus, come, you shall go with me. For you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will. If you cannot yield to your father's choice, the law of Athens yields you up to death, or to a vow of single life. Come, Hippolyta. What cheer, my love?
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
Ay me, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth. But whether it was different in blood,
Oh, cross, too high to be enthralled too low.
or else misgraft in respect of
Oh,
years,
spite, too old to be engaged too young.
or else it stood upon the choice of friends.
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes. If then true lovers have ever been crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our trial patience.
A good persuasion. Therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager, From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee. And to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me then, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, there I will stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, in that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear. Teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
That your frowns teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Then my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty, would that fault were mine.
Take comfort, he no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself shall fly this place.
Helen, to you our minds will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time when lovers' flights to still conceal, through Athens' gates we have devised to steal.
And in the wood, where often you and I, upon faint primrose beds, were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsels sweet, there my Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes, seeking new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow, and pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander, we must starve our sight, from lovers' food till morrow, deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some, or other some can be. Through Athens, I'm thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all, but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities, I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the woods will he tomorrow night pursue her. For this intelligence, if I have thanks, is a dear expense. But herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Is all our company here?
You were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here is the scroll. A scroll of every man's name which is thought fit through all Athens to play an hour interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day, at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
Ah, very good piece of work, I assure you, and the merry. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Ready. Name what part I am for, and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself, most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. Name the rest of the players.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Francis Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
Oh, what is Thisbe? A wandering knight?
Yeah, it is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Please don't make me play a woman. See, I have a beard coming.
Well, no matter, you shall play it in the mask. and you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Ah, Thisbe? Ah, Pyramus, lover dear, my Thisbe dear, and lady dear.
No, you must play Pyramus. And flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling, the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner, you the lion's part. And I hope here is a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray if it be, give it me, for I am slow of study.
Oh, it is nothing but roaring. You may do it extempore.
Roar! Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again. Let him roar again. Rah!
You should do it too terribly. You would fright the Duchess and the ladies that they would shriek, and that were enough to hang us all.
That would hang us, every mother's son.
I will aggravate my voice, so that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. Meow. I will roar you and 'twere any nightingale.
You can play no part but Pyramus.
Oh!
For Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man, as one shall see in a summer's day, a most lovely, gentlemanlike man. Therefore you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it.
Masters, here are your scripts, and I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to con them by tomorrow night, and meet me in the palace wood, a mile without the town by moonlight. There will we rehearse.
We will meet, and there we will rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains. Be perfect. Adieu.
At the Duke's Oak we meet.
Enough. Hold, or cut bowstrings.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What, jealous Oberon? Fairy skip hence I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton. Am I not thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But why art thou here, come from the farthest step of India? But that forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, your buskinged mistress and your warrior love, to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus, for shame, Titania, glance over my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus.
These are the forgeries of jealousy. And never, since the midsummer spring, met we on hill, in dale, forest, or mead, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls, thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain, as in revenge, have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs that, falling in the land, have every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. Therefore the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air that rheumatic diseases do abound. And thorough this distemperature, we see the seasons alter. The spring, the summer, childing autumn, angry winter change their wonted liveries. And the mazed world by their increase now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night, full often hath she gossiped by my side. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die. And for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our rounds and see our moonlight revels, go with us.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. There is a way. We shall chide down right if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way then. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. Gentle pot, come hither. Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once, the juice of which on sleeping eyelids laid makes sore man or woman madly dote upon the next living creature that it sees. Fetch me that herb, and be thou here again ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she's asleep, and I'll drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing she waking looks upon, be it lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, she shall pursue with the soul of love. And ere I can take this charm from off her sight, as I can with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me.
Stay, Demetrius!
Who comes here? I'm invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me they were sown to this wood. Hence, get thee gone and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather do I not, in plainest truth, tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me, but as your spaniel, spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. What worser place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect with me, and to be used as you use your dog.
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I'm sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of a wild beast.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you.
Let me go, for if thou follow me, do not believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
I, in the temple, the town, the field, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius, your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We can't fight for love, as men may do. We were made to be wooed, and we're not meant to woo. I'll follow thee, and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee give it me. I know a bank with wild thyme blows, where the ox slips and the nodding violet grows. There sleeps Titania some time of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. With the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Now, take thou some of it, and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know him from the Athenian garments he hath on. And effect this with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And see thou meet me here ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Come now, a fairy dance. Lull me now with sleep.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Be it ounce or cat or bear, when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood. And to speak troth, I have forgot our way. Well, rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out a bed, for I upon this bank shall rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet of my innocence. Love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean that unto yours my heart is knit, so that one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, so then two bosoms and a single troth. Then, by your side, no bedroom may deny. For lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now, much beshrew my manners and my pride if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But, gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off in human modesty. For such separation may as well be said, lies a virtuous bachelor and a maid.
Here's my bed, sleep give thee all his rest.
And with that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none. Who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said, despised the Athenian maid. And here the maiden sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Churl, upon thy eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid sleep his seat on thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay, though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee, Hansen, do not haunt me thus.
Wilt thou, darkling, leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril, I alone will go.
I'm out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not by salt tears. If so, my eyes are oftener washed than hers. No, no, for I am as ugly as a bear, for beasts that meet me run away for fear. But who is here? Lysander, on the ground, dead or asleep. I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And run through fire I would for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where's Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What, though he love your Hermia? Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you. Then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent all the tedious minutes I have with her spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. Who would not change a raven for a dove? The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says, you are the worthier maid.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born, when at your hands did I deserve this scorn? 'Tis not enough, young man, that I did never, no, nor never can, deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye. Yet you must flout my insufficiency. Good troth, you do me wrong, good sooth you do, in such a disdainful manner me to woo. But fare you well. Perforce, I must confess, I thought you lord of more true gentleness.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayest thou come Lysander near. For as a surfeit of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to my stomach brings. So thou, my surfeit and my heresy, of all be hated as most of me. In all my power, address your love and might, to honor Helen, and to be her knight.
Ay me, for pity, what a dream was here. Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Ow. Lysander. What, removed? Lysander, Lord. What, out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word? Alack! Where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all loves. I swoon almost with fear. No? Then I will perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately.
Are we all met?
Here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal.
Peter Quince,
What is it, Bolivar?
there are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
Byra Lakin, a parlous fear.
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Ah, but won't the ladies be a fear to the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
A lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing. Nay, he himself must speak through, saying, "Fair ladies, I would entreat you not to fear, not to tremble. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity of my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are. and there let him name his name, and tell them plainly that he is Snug the Joiner.
Well, it shall be so. But there is two hard things. That is, to bring moonlight into a chamber. For you know Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Doth moon shine the night we play our play?
A calendar, look in the almanac, find out moonshine.
Bring me the
find out
almanac. Bring me the
moonshine.
almanac. Bring me the almanac. Bring me the almanac. Yes, it doth shine that night.
Why then, you may simply leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play our play open, and let the moon shine at the casement.
Yes, but there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber. For Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did talk through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall.
What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
Well, if that may be, then all is well. Sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen? What, the play toward? I'll be an auditor, an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus, Thisbe. That forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savors, odious savors sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, Mary, must you? For you must understand that he goes but to see a noise that he heard, and is to come again.
Most radiant
No,
Pyramus.
higher.
Most radiant.
Higher.
Most radiant. Pyramus and these two.
Minus 2, man. You must not speak that yet. That you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your part at once, cues and all. Enter, Pyramus, your cue is past. It is never tire.
Oh, then ye would never tire.
Oh, Thisbe, if I were fair, I were only thine. Why do they run away? Oh, this is a knavery of them to make me afeard.
Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an ass head of your own, do you?
Bless thee. Ah, thou art translated!
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this place, do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing, that they shall hear that I am not afraid. The ouzel cocks are black of hue, with orange tawny bill, the throstle with its note so true, true.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo gray, whose note full many a man doth mark, but never answer, nay, nay.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair virtues forth perforce doth move me on the first view to say, to swear I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, love and reason keep little company together nowadays.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so, neither. But if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and I'll purge thy mortal grossness so that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peace blossom, cobweb, moth, and mustard seed.
Ready? And I. Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. And pluck the wings from painted butterflies to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal. Hail. Hail.
I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Mistress Cobweb. Your name, gentle lady?
Peace blossom.
I pray you, commend me to your mother, Madam Squash. Your name, I beseech you?
Mustard seed.
I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Mistress Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him. Lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue and bring him silently.
I wonder if Titania be awaked. Then what next it was that came in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. How now, mad spirit, what night rule about this haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster is in love. Near to her consecrated and close bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals that work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for a great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest, thick skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented, in their sport forsook his scene and entered in a break, when I did him at this advantage take. An ass's knoll I fixed on his head. In a few moments, so it came to pass, Titania waked and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with a love juice, as I bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, that when he waked, of force she must be eyed.
Stand close, this is that same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being o'er shoes in blood, then plunge in the deep and kill me too. It cannot be but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I pierce through the heart with your stern cruelty.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog! Out, cur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be never numbered among men.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead, for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get there for?
A privilege never to see me more. And from thy hated presence part I so, whether he be dead or no.
There was no following her in this fierce vein. Here there for a while, I will remain. sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow. For death that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love sight. About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. All fancy sick she is, and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hits with Cupid's archery, sink in apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside. The noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Why should you think I should woo and scorn?
You do advance your cunning more and more, when truth kills truth, devilish holy fray. These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helena, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine. To what, my love, shall I compare thine eyne? Crystal is muddy, oh, how ripen show thy lips. Those kissing cherries tempting grow. And now, when thou hold'st up thy hand, oh, let me kiss the princess of pure white, the seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you were all bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me this much injury. Can you not hate me, as I know you do? Yet you must join in souls to mock me too. If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so. You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so. For you love Hermia. This you know I know. And here with all goodwill and with all my heart, in Hermia's love I yield you up my part. And yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her, but as a guest wise sojourned. And now to Helen, is it home returned, there to remain?
Helen, it is not true.
Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. Mine ear, I think, it brought me to thy sound, but why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay, whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love that would not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all yon fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could not this make thee known? The hate I bear thee made me leave thee so.
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us? Oh, is it all forgot? Oh, school days friendship, childhood innocence. And will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend? 'Tis not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex, as well as I may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander, as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love, Demetrius, to call me goddess, nymph, divine and rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul, but by your setting on, by your consent?
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persever counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink each at other. Hold the sweet jest up, but fare you well, 'tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay gentle, Helena. Hear my excuse, my love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Helen, I love thee, by my life I do. I swear that but which I will lose for thee, to prove him false, as I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, whereto tends all this?
Away, away.
No, sir. Seem to break loose, take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You are a tame man. Go.
Hang off, thou cat, thou bird, vile thing. Let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What change is this? Sweet love.
Outloathed medicine, oh hated potion hence.
Hate me? Wherefore? Oh me, what news? My love, am not I Hermia? Are not you Lysander? Why then you left me? Oh, the gods forbid. In earnest, shall I say?
Aye, and by my life, never did desire to see thee more. Therefore, be out of doubt, of hope, of question, 'tis nothing truer, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh me, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love! What, have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine, if faith, have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What, will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you.
Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem, because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak! How low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach unto thy eyes.
I pray, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewishness. I'm a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You may think because she is something lower than myself that I can match her.
Lower? Hark again!
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love thee, Hermia, did ever keep thy counsels, never wronged thee. Save, love unto Demetrius, I told him of your stealth into this wood. And now, so you will let me quiet go, to Athens will I bear my folly back, and follow you no further. Let me go. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Pray, get thee gone. Who is that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What? With Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Be not afraid, Helen, she shall not harm you.
No, so she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she's angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when we went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again! Nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her!
Get you gone, you dwarf, you minimus of hindering not grass maid, you bead, you acorn. Now follow if thou darest, to try who's right, of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow, nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You mistress, all this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you, I. No longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed, and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else committ'st thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. And so far am I glad it did so sort, as this there jangling I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hie therefore, Robin, o'ercast the night, and lead these testy rivals so astray, as one come not within another's way. Till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb in Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath a virtuous property. When next they wake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision. Now, whiles I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy. Then I will her charmed eye release from monsters' view, and all things will be peace.
My fairy lord, this must be done with haste, for night's swift dragons cut the clouds full fast.
We may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down, up and down. I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down.
Demetrius!
Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again. Thou run away, thou coward. Art thou fled? Speak. In some bush, where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou look'st for wars?
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice. We'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me and still he tears me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster he did fly. That fallen am I in some dark and even way. Here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day. If ever thou showest me thy gray light, I'll find Demetrius and avenge this spite.
Ho, 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 coward! Why comest thou not?
Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, though thou mockest me, thou shalt buy this dear, for I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. By day's approach, look to be visited.
Oh, weary night, a long and tedious night. Abate thy hours, shine comforts from the east, and sleep sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye. Steal me away from mine own company.
Yet but three. Come one more. Two of both kinds make up four. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe. I can no further crawl, no further go. Here will I rest me until the break of day. Heavens, shield Lysander, if they mean a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye gentle lover remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready?
Scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Mamselle Cobweb?
Ready?
Mamselle Cobweb. Good Mamselle. Get you your weapons in your hand and kill me a red-hipped humblebee. And good Mamselle, bring me the honey bag. And good mamselle, have a care the honey bag break not, for I would be loath to have you overflown with a honey bag, signor. Where's Mamselle Mustard Seed?
Ready?
Mamselle Mustard Seed.
What is your will?
Oh, nothing good, mamselle, but to help cavalry cobweb to scratch. I must to the barber's, mamselle. I fear I am marvelous hairy about the face.
What? Wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I do have a reasonable good ear in music.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat?
Truly, I could munch your good dry oats. But methinks I have a great desire to a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay, hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I'd rather have a handful or two of dried peas. But I pray you, let none of your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I shall wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? How dotage I do now begin to pity, for meeting her of late behind the wood, seeking sweet favors from this hateful fool. I did upbraid her and fall out with her. When she, in gentle terms, begged my patience, and I had at my pleasure taunted her, I then didn't ask of her her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and fairy sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. Now I have the boy, I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. Oh, and good Puck, take the transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he, waking when the other do, may back again to Athens repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexation of a dream. But first, I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou wast wont to be, see as thou wast wont to see. Dian's bud or Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
Oh! How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Sound, music. Come, my queen, take hands with me, and rock the ground wherein these sleepers be. Now thou and I are new in amity, and will tomorrow midnight dance solemnly in Duke Theseus' house triumphantly, and bless it all to fair prosperity. There shall these faithful lovers be wedded with Theseus in all amity.
Fairy King, attend and mark. I do hear the morning lark.
Come, my queen, in silence said, trip we after the nightshade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I, sleeping here, was found with these mortals on the ground.
but soft. What nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep, and this Lysander, this Demetrius is, and this Helena, old leader's Helena.
But speak, Aegeus, is today not the day that Hermia was to give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Good morrow. St. Valentine's has passed. Begin these wood birds but to couple now?
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all stand up. Now I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly, half awake, half asleep. Yet I swear I cannot say how we came to this place.
Enough, my lord, you have enough. I beg the law upon his head. But they would have stolen away, they would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me.
My good lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to this wood. And I in fury followed them, fair Helena in fancy following me. But, my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is, my love for Hermia melted as the snow. The object and the affection of my eyes now only to Helen. To her was I betrothed ere I saw Hermia. Like in sickness did I loathe this food. Now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will evermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we will hear more anon. Aegeus, I will overbear your will, for in the temple by and by with us these couples shall eternally be knit. Away with us to Athens. 3 and 3 will hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem small and indistinguishable.
Methinks I see things with parted eye when everything seems double.
So methinks. And I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own. It's not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep. We dream. Did not you think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And they did bid us follow to the temple.
Why, then we are awake. Let us follow them, and by the way, let us recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me, and I will answer. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hi-ho, Peter Quince. Flute, the bellows mender. Starveling. God's my life, stolen hints and left me asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I've had a dream. Pass the wit of man to say what dream it was. Methought I was, no man can tell what. Methought I was, and methought I had. Man is but a patched fool if he claim to know what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen. Man's hand cannot taste, his tongue conceive, nor his heart relate what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream. It shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom. And I shall sing it in the latter end of a play before the Duke. Peradventure, to make it the more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
Yet,
He cannot be heard of.
Well, if he come not, then the play is marred. It goes not forward, does it?
it is not possible. You have not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus but he.
Well, no. Well, he is simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Yea, and the best person too. And he is a very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. A paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Masters! Masters, the Duke has come from the temple, and there were 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married. Had our sport gone forward, we'd all been made men.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts? Masters, I am to discourse wonders, but ask me not what. For if I tell you, I am no true Athenian.
Let us hear, sweet bottom.
Not a word of me. All that I will say is that the Duke hath died.
No.
I get your apparel together. Every man look o'er his part. Meet presently at the palace. For the short and the long is, our play is preferred. No more words. No more words. Away. Go away.
"'Tis strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I never may believe their antique fables nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies, that apprehend more than cool reason comprehends.
But all the stories of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth than fancy's images, and grows to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and admirable."
Ah, here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends. Joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us, wait in the royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now. What dances, what masks are there between our after supper and bedtime? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with our goodwill. The actors are at hand. The actors are at hand. And by their show you shall know all that you are like to know. Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show. Then wonder on till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe, is certain.
In this same interlude it doth befall that I, Robin Starveling, present a wall, and that same wall, as I would have you think, that had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did whisper often, very secretly. Secretly. This loam, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I am that same wall. The truth is so. And this the cranny is, right and sinister, through which the lovers were to whisper.
Would you desire hair and lime to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard discourse, my lord.
Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence.
Oh, grim-looked night. Oh, night with hue so black. Oh, night which ever art, when day is not. Oh, night, alack, alack, alack. I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot. And thou, O wall, O sweet, O lovely wall, that stands between her father's ground and mine. O wall, O sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eyne. Thanks, courteous wall. Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. O wicked wall, in whom I have no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
Methinks the wall, being sensible, should curse again.
Well, no, in truth, sir, he should not. You see, deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I'm to spy her through the wall.
Full often hast thou heard my moans, for parting my fair Pyramus and me. How often have my cherry lips kissed thy stones? Thy stones of lime and hairnet up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy and hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe!
It is my love, I think.
Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace. Wilt thou kiss me through the hole of this vile wall?
I kissed the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straightway?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
And I, wall, part having discharged so, and being done, thus wall away doth go.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
Oh, the best of this kind are but shadows, and the worst are no worse, if imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
If we think no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Become two noble beasts, a man and a lion.
You ladies, you whose gentle hearts may fear the smallest, monstrous mouse that creeps on the floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when lion rough in wildest rage doth roar. Know that I, once snug the joiner, am a lion fell, nor else no lion's dam.
A very good beast of a gentle conscience. Let us listen to the moon.
This lanthorn doth the horny moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
He is no crescent, and the horns are invisible in the circumference.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present, and I, the man in the moon, do seem to be.
Well, this is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put in the lantern. How else the man in the moon?
Well, he dares not go there, for the candle, for you see, is already in snuff.
I am aweary of this moon. Would he would change.
Well, by all reason, it is that he is already in the wane. But we must by all reason and all courtesy stay the time.
Proceed, moon.
All that I have to say is that this lanthorn is the moon, and I, the man in the moon.
But silence, here comes Thisbe.
This is old Ninny's tomb. Where is my love?
Roar!
Well roared, lion.
Well run, Thisbe.
Well shone moon. Truly, the moon shines with a good grace.
Well moused, lion.
And so the lion vanished.
And then came Pyramus.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. Yes. For by thy gracious golden glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe sight. But stay, oh spite! But mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck, Oh dear, thy mantle good. What? Stained with blood!
This passion and the death of a dear friend might go very near to make a man look sad.
Beshrew my heart, but I pity the man.
Outsword and wound the pap of Pyramus. Oh, aye, that left pap where heart doth hop. Dust I, dust, dust, dust. Now am I dead. Now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now die. 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 Die.
No die, but an ace for him, for he is but one.
Less than an ace, man, for he is dead. He is nothing.
With the help of a surgeon, he might yet recover and prove an ass.
How chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover?
Oh, she shall find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Methinks she should not use a long one for such a Pyramus. I hope she will be brief.
Asleep, my love. Dead, my dove. Pyramus, arise. Speak, quite now. Dead. A tomb. Must come alive, sweetheart. These, my chilly news. His yellow cosmic cheek. Gone. Lovers, make moves. His eyes were green as leaves. Come, not a word. Come, rusty sword. Come, blade. Come, blade. My breast in blue. And thus, friends, this the end. Adieu.
Moonlight and lion are left to bury the dead.
I and Wall too.
No! You see, the wall is down that parted their fathers. Will it please you to hear the epilogue?
No. No epilogue, I pray you. For your play needs no excuse. Never excuse. For when the players are all dead, there needs none to be blamed. Mary, if he that writ it had played Pyramus and hanged himself in Thisbe's garden, it would have been a better tragedy. And so it is, truly, and very notably, discharged.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy plowman snores, all with weary task fordone. And we fairies that do run by the triple Hecate's team, from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream. Now our frolic, not a mouse, shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Yes.
Through the house give gathering light, by the dead and drowsy fire. Every elf and fairy sprite up as light as bird from briar.
Hand in hand with fairy grace, will we sing and bless this place.
Trip away, make no stay, meet me all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And, as I am an honest Puck, if we have unearned luck, now to 'scape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, else the Puck a liar call. So good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.